Hello everyone. Okay, this is video 2 on masks, and in the very first one we had to really describe what did a mask look like, right? So oftentimes those are our fronts that we put on that are inauthentic. So, you know, having stories of a need to prove or a need to be perfect for me in my past. What about, you know, because of so much uncontrollable stuff in my past, trauma, that as an adult I tried to control everything, okay, like physically, by sheer force and will. Are there some people out there that are controlling everything or control freaks? I will tell you that when you attempt to control, it's usually out of fear, and you know, you'll get to a point where your life is absolutely uncontrollable. That happened for me as well. Okay, so going into wearing so many masks and so many stories that no longer really serve you anymore. Now, why? Why are we in that repressed period and wanting to stay so busy to repress then the pain and the trauma? Well, because it's hard to face. Why wouldn't most people want to face the darkest and or the most painful moments of their life? That's a really difficult journey to get yourself on, but is it worthy? Absolutely worth it. Incredibly. And that's why I'm sharing this story. But why do people ultimately wear these masks? Let's talk about that. Well, I think there's, you know, it comes a time where there are some people who feel, because of the trauma, okay, and a trauma that they could not control, oftentimes they have this deep level of so much pain that they don't want to face it, but then they go into repressed behaviors such as addictions. Okay, but why do they do that? It's probably because deep down there's a level of lack of self-esteem, or a deep level of lack of self-worth, or a deep level of guilt, or maybe fear, or a deep level of shame. I can attest to that. I have deep levels of toxic shame from what happened to me, that, you know, because of my violation, and that caused me to wear a lot of masks. A mask to be perfect, a need to control, and a mask to need to prove to the world deep levels of lack of worthiness. And so I showed up in the world as this crazy person because of the traumas that I endured and the masks we wear to repress from those traumas. I promise you, if you can get to a point where you just no longer want your traumas to control the future direction of your life, and you want to take your power back, take it back. Face and acknowledge your traumas, and forgive and truly let go. And when you have that freedom, there's so much on the other side of what can show up for you there. So I hope this couple conversations of wearing masks, I hope that this has helped you to realize you don't have to wear a mask. You can be vulnerable, you can be authentic, and it took me forever to get to this place because of all the trauma, all the walls, and not being able to trust people, you know, all of that. But I finally realized I'm moving forward in a direction of absolutely trusting God and asking God for guidance. And maybe from there I can have fulfillment and true happiness. So I hope that this has helped you to understand and acknowledge you do not have to wear masks.